we will jump to the bracket. We'll take a look at this. So the Shredder, he has come through the winner's bracket all of the way through. He beat Gaming Violinist in the first round, second round. Then went up against Dinkus Memes, 2-1'd him, 2-1'd Antony. Oh, so Antony, and the Shredder have already faced off in round 4, where Shredder beat Antony. So now we're in like grudge match territory because he has already lost a game to Antony. So that is interesting. That is really cool. And then Shredder goes on to beat Dark Shallion, and now he is in the finals, coming up to you live, and he is going up against Antony, who looks to be playing a Grief Lenza deck to start versus Shredder's Venescula. I haven't watched any of Shredder's playing, so I don't know if he's going AP Venescula, Aggro Venescula, if he went just bonkers and made a Vamp Power Venescula, which I'd love to see. Vamp Power is my personal favorite card in the set. It's so good. I love Vamp Power. I wish I could have made a deck that worked it. I never got around to it. I've seen some decent decks, but Vamp Power is super awesome. Gonna decide on a mulligan, and he's either thinking really hard. Oh yeah, so he's thinking. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was lagging or just thinking. Gonna toss away his card draw and the gold gain. Some of the gold gain. He's keeping the Varrock Museum, perhaps. Thinking, can he go into Chapter 1 Karam? He better hit confirm or deny quickly. There he goes. All right. With the Katana. That's one of the cards that I need to draw yet. So he is thinking, how does he want to do this? Does he go into... interesting. I wasn't sure if he was going to try and end this first chapter with the Karam. So Ice Warrior into the Varrock Museum, into Ice Warrior, into Karam would have worked. He could throw down a Rollo to get some card draw so that he's at least kind of in a position. He could Rollo into Repurpose slot 1 and slot 2. Not going to happen. Looks like he's going to go up to 3 base attack right off the bat for the Shredder. And then he's going to steal a base attack from Antony. So that is not going to feel very good, which puts Shredder into Mortal, gives him a little bit of armor, and now... Ouch, that really hurts, because he's going to take 9 damage from Ice Warrior, as opposed to just the 3 damage that he normally would have taken. So he's going to be lower than he was hoping for, and not exactly the opening hand I'm sure that Antony was looking for. That's going to put Shredder in a really nice position with a base attack up on Antony, and now Antony has to basically draw a base attack if he's going to get into range of Dust Devil. Otherwise, it's just going to be hoping that he can get a Cram off. So he could Rollo into Cram. That would be fine. He could KGP into Ice Warrior into Dust Devil and hope that the KGP doesn't discard Cram. But you know KGP is going to discard either Cram or your Tetsu Katana because that's just how the card is written. It's got to discard the one that you want. That never got patched, unfortunately. It looks like he's thinking as well. He's really debating how does he want to play this out. Gonna think about that KGP slot 1. All right, so he's going for the safer play to get the Karam out. How do you say it? Karam? He's going to go for the Karam, get that one out. Not going to drop any last slot card. So even card draw like Rollo, I would have expected to maybe have seen, but he's going to keep that in there just in case it can be a KGP agent magnet and get that card out. What is he going to lose? Is he going to lose the Tetsu? That's my guess. No, he loses a Dust Devil. I mean, it's not great, but there were worse things in his hand to have lost. Shredder with a pretty nice placement on the bar fight, but it's not going to hit his weapon. The Karam is going to trigger, well, unless he bar fights right here. No, he doesn't. So he does get the Karam off, which is really, really good for Antony, which puts him back in the AP lead, where it's 2 base attack versus Shredder's 1 base attack. Shredder does have 3 gold, which is ish usable. He really wants to have a little bit more though to make anything happen. 4 would be great. All right, Antony has some options in this round. He could Kale into Rollo into Dust Devil. I think that would have worked. I don't know. Because Shredder, if he gains base attack, yeah, he's looking back at the cards, seeing what he's played already. Got to make up this mind. What do we want to play? So the one card draw feels good. Rollo is just a nice all-around card. He's going to opt for the health. Wow, Shredder going for a kind of aggressive play. He's going to go down to the 2 health, which is... That was close. I mean, he does regain health here. What? I'm not sure what that was all about. Oh, he needed to get to Mortal so that he could get the Darox off. And so now he's at 3 base attack, and now he can start moving on. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And he needed to play some cards from his hand because he was already at 10. And you got to get cards out of your hand if you're at that point. There we go. Shredder up to 4 base attack, 11 health. Antony at 3 health with 3 base attack, 14 health, 11 armor, effectively 25 health. With some options coming into this chapter 4, we have a remove 3 weapon attack from rival. I haven't seen that card in like most competitive decks. And I haven't seen Antony on the ladder, I don't think, in quite a while. Shredder has kept playing. I'm trying to think the last time I saw Antony online. It's been a while. Shredder locks in, and Antony has to make his mind up. What is he going to do? Looks like he's going to gold gain into some gold gain, into some gold gain, and goes with that. We've got the Kale coming out for Shredder, taking off 2 health from the next 2 creatures, ramping into those with the Werewolf. That's a strong play. That feels real good. Into a Grimspike, so Shredder is looking to close this out this chapter because he's got a lot of damage coming in right now. Watch out. Incoming through the way. That was a smart placement by Antony for his weapon removal. Not going to hit anything this time, but it could have easily hit a the 410 with the 4-2 weapon and the 1 base attack. Why am I blanking on that? You guys all know what I'm talking about. Ooh, with a really well-placed Gorge there at the end of that chapter. That chapter went really, really well for Shredder, and that's going to leave Antony on 7 base attack at the end of that chapter. He's down on base attack. He's down on health, and he is up on gold, but that doesn't really get you a whole lot at this point. He's got to decide, does he go for armor and end with the Tetsu? Gonna try and Weapon Grief, slot 1 into armor. Tetsu at the end. Not gonna play the Kale because why would you? But it's not gonna matter. First is OP, as always, and Shredder is going to take game number 1. That's going to put him at 1-0, which does not feel good. So Antony has just played several losers match games that were best of 1s, and so he's now on this mindset of every game's got to count. Here in the finals, he has a little bit of breathing room, but it's not exactly what he was hoping for, I'm sure, to start into this finals match. So we've got 1-0 for Shredder at the moment. They're going to move into game number 2. There are no bans for this best of 7. There are no card bans, no deck bans, except that I hope I mentioned that they can't play the same deck again. I think that's an assumed rule that you can't replay a deck if you've won with it. Antony is going to play his Grieflands again. If at first it doesn't succeed, just play it again. Looks like Shredder is going to pick into his Morvran. I've not seen any of Shredder's games played, so not entirely sure what his Morvran deck looks like, and I'm the least familiar with Morvran. He is my lowest legend by a long shot. I have no good decks with him, and so it'll be a surprise to me as much as to anybody else, I'm assuming, but it is possible that Antony had come up against this Morvran deck in his first play against Shredder on round 4. So he might not be completely in the dark. Gonna look at tossing back the Cram, looking at tossing back the health with the Romley, looking at tossing back the Dust Devil as well. He doesn't want to keep any grief. That is interesting. And the Mary, what is he doing? I'm not entirely sure what he's looking for. Okay, so he has a brick in the katana because that's kind of a last chapter, last slot card. I mean, he's got uses for it, but it's not what he wanted, I'm sure. Yeah, and by playing a single card in the chapter, I really think, and this is my personal opinion, but since I'm the one casting, I can say it, he shot himself in the foot with that mulligan. I think he should have kept at least the Dust Devil, if not the Karam, and tossed the Dust Devil. I think he tossed a little bit too much of his grief back into the deck. And he's going to be 2 base attack behind Shredder at this point. That's really not a good opening hand, especially on a Grief Lenza, and he doesn't have any grief in this hand either. So he is, like, really far behind from where he would like to be at this point. His biggest hope, I'm guessing, on this chapter is to get the Dark Lunatic and snipe a weapon, maybe Major Mary and snipe a weapon, get a little bit of armor up. Shredder's already locked in. Yeah, there it is. So that's pretty much the exact play that I would have made. Is going to gain some gold with the Ice Warrior into the Varrock Museum. See if it makes a difference. Shredder gonna get some reach with his Cerebus, opening it up. Gonna hit 1 card, not a bunch, so not a lot of value out of that Cerebus. But he wants to get as much base attack as quickly as possible, and he was really banking on Antony not having grief, because if he had Karammed him, would he have taken 1 or 2 hits? He would have only taken 1 hit from that Jad, but any hits from Jad, that's like way more damage than you want to be taking. It would have put him down into mortal, taking a hit from the Jad there. Okay, so now Antony really just needs to throw that down. Yes, I'm 100% with you, Anthony. Antony, his draws are really not great for him. He's ahead in gold, he's behind in health, he's behind in base attack, he's behind in eliminating base attack like he should be, and man, Shredder's going up to 1 more base attack. At this point, Antony is so far behind. Oh my goodness, with the Caliphate Emissary, that right there, I'm pretty sure just ends the game. I cannot imagine Antony being able to come back from this. Not at this point. Not with losing the Cram, because he's going to spend the 7 gold. You're not guaranteed the effect. He just, boom, spent 7 gold. And the Pete on top of it. Yeah, ouch. That feels so bad. And there goes the Tetsu. There goes the Romley. There goes the armor. Oh, that hurts at a very, very deep level. Antony really needs to focus. I'm sure he's going to be on tilt after this game. No more card draw. It's still not helping him. I wouldn't be surprised if he just quit the game right here. I mean, I don't want to give it to him. Like, he's not dead yet, but he's looking at that like, oh man, that was a really good Pete, and that was a solid Scarface. What options does he have at this point? He can I would empty chapter. I would empty road this entire thing. There's no good play for Antony at this point, which just feels really bad. I mean, I guess he could full Tetsu to be able to spend some of his cards, I suppose. He doesn't need to really at this point, because he's not saving that for his he's not saving it for the Tetsu Katana at this point. Ouch. There's 8 damage coming in. Shredder has as much leeway as he wants. He can basically run around and do anything at this point, and Antony doesn't have an answer to it. So unless Antony draws incredible, he has to draw absolute perfect cards. And even then, I don't think there's any cards in the deck that can make a difference. yeah, there's nothing that he was going to draw. So Antony going to lose game number 2. Shredder is now up 2-0 over Antony in this best of 7 finals. He needs to win 2 more matches. Does this turn in to an 0-4? That would feel really bad. Antony, he's got to get it together. He's got to think, does he play a different deck, or does he stick with this Grief Linza? The Shredder, he knows that this is going to be Grief Linza. All right, here we go. We're switching back. Check this out. That is the same Grief Linza deck. He is going to play this deck into the ground. It is... Oh, man. There is a... If you're talking about delay from Antony's stream, it's a 3-minute delay. I don't know if that is what you're talking about, but... All right. Looking at his... Is he going to confirm... I was going to say, he better not confirm that. He's going to get rid of a lot. He's going to get rid of... What is he... I'm not entirely sure how he mulligans, because throwing away your reach in your Kale, I would never do that. Throwing away your Crafter for card draw? I guess he's going all in on hoping he got Ice and Dust Devil, because what other option does he have? And he's really hoping Shredder doesn't read him and play Grief right off the bat. He's also second again. So this is the 3rd game in a row that is... Yeah, this is the 3rd game in a row where he's been second. And that just feels bad. So... I kind of feel bad for the guy at this point, but hopefully... Alright, so he is going to get his Dust Devil off, going to at least keep the base attack of Shredder down a bit. Shredder, full health. He's going to go up to 7 cards at least on this next round. Antony is down a little bit. Not going to get any weapon steal for this one. Ending the chapter with a draw and weapon. That feels really good to carry that into the next chapter. He's got 3 base attack, got some armor, and he's got a 3 base attack, and as in he has a weapon on that to stack up to 3. So he has some options. Antony, on the other hand, he's got his 4 gold. He does have a Yelps, so that he could go from Goblin Raider into Yelps to double that and hope to draw into a Karam next chapter. But again, he doesn't have any card draw. He's got a lot of heal and doesn't really need heal, more than likely on a Raptor deck. Any possibility in a private Chronicle server, I'm going to guess that is a big fat no. He is going to heal with his, whatever that card is called, I don't remember, the Miner, Dwarven Miner, so that he can get some health with the full Tetsu. Oh my goodness, Shredder is... Whoa, what? He is feeling so incredibly bold. Goes down to 3 health and 4 armor. Wow. I was not expecting that. Is he... I mean, yeah, he gets his Darox off. He's got to get health, though. Okay, I mean, he starts to heal back up. That was crazy. Oh man, that was some serious ballsy play by Shredder. I mean, I guess he's played this Grief Linza deck enough to know that there was literally no damage output. So as surprised as I was, I don't think that I needed to be, because there's nothing that Antony has that was gonna deal damage. Shredder can basically just run circles around this deck because he knows he's safe to play literally anything that doesn't kill him. He's safe to play unless he gets griefed by Antony, who has had really, really bad luck with his Krarams and Dust Devils getting into his hand. This is Chapter 3. He needs anything, any grief at all, to come into his hand next chapter, or he's going to be, again, so far behind, I can't imagine it happening. His saving grace this time is he has the Tetsu, which, assuming doesn't get Scarface peated, will give him some bonus damage in the final fight if he makes it. He's kept a lot of health this game. Shredder going to discard a corporeal beast. Okay, so that's a very expensive KGP agent. Probably would have liked to held on to that, but not a big deal. Gonna gain some more health. Going back up. Antony does have 12 gold now, which feels good. There's the Scarface. All right. Does his Tetsu go by? Nope. Goblin. Married your Mary. And Ice Warrior. Okay. So, what options does Antony have at this point? He can stay alive with the Baker. He can Katana at the end of his next chapter. And there is a Kram. Does he play it, slot 1, and hope Shredder doesn't steal his weapon? He's really, really debating on that one. That is his only play this chapter, and it's also going to make him unable to afford a katana at the end. So he needs to get lucky and hope Shredder has no weapon grief. He needs to get lucky and hope he draws coins to be able to afford a katana for next turn. He needs only 2 coins, so it's possible. There's a lot of cards in his deck that give him 2 coins, but he's going out on a limb there. And I can't see what he's got. Okay, it's not weapon grief, so he is going to get a hit in. If Shredder played on the edge and threw in a 7 health creature, such as a Jad, that would cut him down really low. Not going to happen. He's going to go up to 6 base. Does he play? All right, so he's going to gain more armor. He's playing really safe at this point. He knows, whoa, there is the Jad. He played it at the end of the chapter because of reasons, I guess. So he gets back up to his 7 base attack. Antony, he needs 2 coins to be able to afford the Karam, or the katana at the end of this chapter. Gets the coins, gets some weapon grief, and gets a KGP. He is not out of the game if... why would you play the KGP? Throw the KGP in. Add the KGP agent. Play your KGP agent. Play your KGP. Play the KGP agent. This is chapter 5, right? Yes. This is the end of the game. Doesn't matter. No. Don't hit. Don't hit. Oh, he hit play. Okay. You are removing cost from your next equipment, so the Dwarven Miner makes his weapon at least affordable. So that seems good. Wow, Shredder getting 12 armor from Sir Tiffy. It's going up to 16. There is a 7 hit on him, and I think that, ouch, another 7 from the Ogre. So it's going to be close, but I'm pretty sure Shredder has this one, especially because he's first. I'm almost positive. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so that was a bit closer than I was expecting. Even if he had played the Penguin, it was only going to be 2 extra damage points, and not quite enough as they was 8 away. But they are now... Antony is up 3-0 over... No. Shredder is up 3-0 over Antony. So he has to reverse all kill. He has to go 4-0 for these next 4 games. If he plays Grief Linza on this next match, I'm going to cast a Grief Linza game, I guess. But I cannot imagine that he would want to play the Grief Linza again. And he doesn't immediately pick it. So that gives me some hope. He's got to think what matches are left. There's already his Linza is available, his Morvran is available, right? No. My goodness, I have such a bad memory. I know his Raptor's gone, his Venescula's gone. And then his Morvran, I think, is the other one that he already played. So it's an Ozan versus a Raptor. Whew, my heart is a little bit palpitating, but we're better. We'll be fine. Interested to see what sort of Raptor play he's got here. I wonder if he thinks it's a safe deck, or if he's feeling on the wall and just needs to play literally whatever he can to stay in this match. Shredder has his Ozan, which, if I'm gonna guess, is probably just blast burn, aggressive you to the ground Ozan. So Antony gonna keep some health, gonna keep some card draw. I think that's a really smart mulligan, as opposed to his Linza mulligans, which I kind of disagreed with. But he's gonna stay in this. Nothing big to ramp into, which doesn't feel great. Has to decide what does he want to do. Gonna throw in... Thinking about where does he want to throw the Kaizaj. Because if it gets... I mean, if this is a Gold Zan deck, he could get griefed. But, I mean, the likelihood of that is, I would say, not high. I'm imagining that this is a aggro Ozan. We'll see. He's locked in. We'll find out what he's going for. All right, Shredder. Gonna go ahead and ramp into some one card. No, there's two cards there. It's so hard to see in these like 5 pixels that we've got coming to us. The base attack gets added to Shredder and to Antony. Oh, okay. So he's going to... What did he ramp into? So he gets some gold, gets some weapon, gets some armor. Antony gets to draw a rock crab, so he's got some health. And he ramps into a card draw. Okay, I guess the ramp wasn't ramp, it was gold gain. He wanted the 2 gold gain from Cerebus to be able to afford the Radimus, which he drew 4 cards in that turn. That's not bad. Currently, we are at Shredder with 3 wins, Antony with 0. So this is game 4. If Shredder wins this game, he wins 4-0 in this finals. So Antony really needs to bring it back, needs to play smart. He was debating about throwing out the Calphite Emissary, and not sure if he wants to do that or not. Is still thinking about it. Not thinking about it. He's throwing down Ogre at the end. It might be a little bit early for something aggressive like that, because he's not going to have a ton of damage, but he's going to lock it in. Not going to go for any sort of healing. He wants the gold for his barricade. That's for next chapter. He's hoping he gets something good in there. Shredder, opening it up. Again, slot 1 with some reach into, I think that was 3 cards. Again, it's so hard to see. Kale for some more reach. There's got to be some big dudes that are on the docket with that. Did I say like something completely wrong as to what the score is? Gonna KGP, gonna lose his Rock Crab. I don't know what he lost on the other one because I wasn't watching. I was watching chat. Gonna get the 4-2 weapon with a base attack, and that is actually a really good spot for the Ogre Chieftain. Why am I doubting? These are the guys who are in the final. They at least have some wherewithal to get there. Going to put himself down to 16, not quite mortal, which Shredder likes to be at mortal because he's got that Darox and feels like every deck. 5 health, or 5 damage for Antony. Gonna go into some reach. Gonna go into several possibilities. He could gain base attack. He could gain some armor. He could gain some more armor. He could gain some health. He could go into a Cully in expectation of some sort of aggro play from Shredder, but Shredder seems to be on a more AP build sort of deck rather than an aggro deck. Shredder does lock it in, so Antony needs to figure out exactly what he wants to do at this point. Gonna go for the armor and the heal, maybe. Yep, double checking, making sure everything is right. You don't want to rush things too much. Oh, look at that, straight into a full heal. First, oh, he's first again. This is the 4th game in a row that Antony has gone second, which that just feels bad. But, I mean, that's how it happens. He's not out of the game yet, though. He's doing much better in this game than in the past 3. So he has a shot. Gonna gain up to 6 base attack. Gonna go up to 4 armor. He's gonna gain some more armor here. Shredder finally taking some damage to gain a 2-2 weapon. No, 5-2 weapon. What could he want to hit with a 5-2? Is he start on to the aggressive part now? Nope, he's just going to keep building base attack, keep building armor, and this is a fairly laissez-faire game. Let your opponent be, do your thing, and build your base attack. At the moment, that's favoring Antony. He's winning in the health and armor department. He's winning in the base attack department, just slightly, but he's still doing pretty well for what he's got. Antony going to go back and check, make sure he knows everything that's been played, whether it's been 1 Jad or 2, looking through the different chapters, seeing, all right, is this aggro? No, it doesn't really look to be aggro. I think he's just playing a base attack game, and with the Gluttonous Beast, it's probably just an indication that it's a complete AP gain deck. Throws down the Scarface Pete at the end of the chapter. TheShredder has already locked in. Crassian there for some card draw. Not going for any heal, not going for any weapon or armor grief. Oh, with the big plays, that's going to turn the base attack game in favor of TheShredder, who goes up to 30 health, 11 gold, 7 base attack. We've still got, oh, look at that, into a brutal and vicious stealing of 1 health. So that's going to swing even more in favor of TheShredder, who then continues the rampage, gains some more armor, gains some more, we lost the stream. No! Oh my goodness, we lost the stream. Que paso? At Antony, stream down, stream down. I think we might have had a loss for Antony. It might have been a 4-0 because he closed the stream on purpose. I'm thinking that was a loss. Let's get the playbound. He's typing in Discord. He's typing. Oh, he lost 0-4. Oh, Glenn, no longer 0-4. Antony 0-4 in the finals of RuneScape Chronicle final tournament. Oh my goodness, he's lost. All right, let's finish off these booster packs. Thanks for joining us for the tournament. Let me pop back open to the bracket. So Antony is going down 0-4 and submit scores. TheShredder is your champion for this final RuneScape Chronicle tournament. Congratulations to him. So that's going to be it for this tournament run. Thank you all so much for joining, taking a part,